Welcome back to Villain Review episode 84, and today we're looking at Heinz Doofenshmirtz from the TV show Phineas and Ferb. Thank you to everyone who voted for Doof on the poll, and make sure to go vote now for next week's episode. Cool, let's begin.
I shall reign triumphant.
Buenos dias, children.
Son.
Hell, you're all gonna be doing that.
Wanna know what else I got? This lobster trap! Yeah.
Good Lord, does Doof have a really messed up origin? There are honestly so many bad things that have happened to Doof, I don't have time to talk about everything. But trust me, it's bad. In fact, his childhood was so bad, I think that the fact that he became a supervillain is like a miracle. He could have been something way worse. He could have been like, I don't know, like an e-boy or some kind of baby serial killer. Starting off at the moment of his birth, both of his parents decided not to show up. Like, I don't know how that works, but that is some bad parenting. And after that, guys, guess what? They never even threw him a birthday party. Like, ever. He had to throw himself his own surprise birthday parties. His parents just, I don't know, didn't believe in birthday parties. And they didn't even witness Jehovah. Some other notable events from his childhood would include being forced to live with ocelots because his parents abandoned him, and he would actually get a job at a circus, not as like a monkey or something normal like that. He got a job as the ball that you would throw at the dunk tank. He also had to stand outside his house for hours and hours on end, pretending to be the gnome for his family. This is honestly like just a tenth of the things that have happened to him, and I really can't understate how messed up this guy's life is. With a childhood worse than a desert pilgrim, it totally makes sense Doof became a villain. I totally understand it, and I think anyone would become evil having to live through all those terrible things. It's a fantastic origin because, first of all, it's hilarious, and second of all, the fact that we keep learning more and it just keeps getting worse and worse, it's an awesome joke, and I love that. It's over the top, yes, and sometimes it doesn't make any sense, but I don't care. That's what makes it great. Great origin.
And by predictable, I mean completely dictable, I guess.
Dr. Doofenshmirtz is one of, if not, the best character on both Phineas and Ferb and Milo Jude Law. It makes complete sense why they wanted to bring him back for the second one. First of all, with a lot of the focus in these shows being around kid main characters, it's nice to have an adult around, although the funny thing is, he's like the only adult, right? They're all kids and I guess a platypus, but he's oftentimes less mature than all the kids. Just like last week's villain, I don't think Doof is a bad person. He just happens to go up against Perry. He does have a lot of schemes and innators, but they're really just minor annoyances and they never really threaten lives or anything like that. This dynamic between Doof and Agent P is also fantastic, and it is as good a B story can be, especially on a show for younger audiences. I also do like that the show knows, they know what kind of character Doof is, but they give him space to grow, and he actually does grow. The same dude we see in episode 1 is very different from who we see in the end, and this growth continues into Milo Murphy. Doof is a German scientist, and that is a total cliche. Whenever I think of the word scientist, I don't think of Neil deGrasse Tyson or Obi-Wan. I think of old German dudes, and that's kind of what they were kind of going for here. While Doof is set up as a stereotype, I think the show does a really good job of making him feel unique, and I like how they incorporate his German heritage into his story instead of just making him German because he's a scientist. As always, when the performance is stellar, I have to mention the actor, and boy oh boy, is Dan Povenmire fantastic. I love how he can capture the insanity and just chaotic side of Doof, but he can also play the more chill and just more laid back side of the character. Great performance, great character, great video, please like it.
What? It's an arts and crafts project. I've got a life outside of you.
I really enjoy a lot of Dr. Doof scenes. There are a ton of them, so it makes it difficult to just pick one scene and go, yes, that is the best scene of all time. But what you can do is pick any episode of Phineas and Ferb, right? Go ahead, pick whatever episode you want, and you can say, what is the best scene? And it's probably one between Doof and Perry. On the surface, a lot of their interactions are very repetitive, but they never really feel that way. Yes, they stick to the same formula every time, but because of how strong Doof is as a character, the scenes never really feel like they're doing the same thing. I also do love all the stuff with Peter the Panda because that is just really funny. And I like when Doof and Perry have that like relationship that makes it seem like they're more than villains. Like not anything freaky like that. Okay, you weirdos on the internet, nothing like that. But you know what I mean, like they're friends and not enemies. I also like the stuff with Vanessa. Not as good as Peter the Panda, I'll admit, but I do like her as a character and I like her interactions. She's very different from her dad, and I like seeing them interact because like she's more normal and kind of cool and slick, and Doof's like, well, his name's Dr. Doofenshmirtz.
I was just on the way to drop an entire container of Yulg on the Tri-State Adult Diaper Factory.
So honestly, what hasn't Doof tried yet? Like he's done so many evil things, and they're never really like awful or even evil, but they're just kind of an inconvenience. I actually do like that the show points this out and like they know what's going on and they actually make it a part of his arc. But that being said, he definitely has some negative intentions with some of these things that he tries. But they never really feel unjustified. Like Doof always kind of has a reason for what he's doing. Is he evil? No. When I think of evil, I think of like Palpatine and like this little dog that attacked me when I was a kid. He is still an antagonist, okay, everyone chill, and he might do some evil things here and there, but he's always got a good reason for it.
Ah, Perry the Platypus, what a surprise! And by surprise, I mean not a surprise at all.
Is Dr. Doof 10 out of 10 best villain ever, better than Darth Vader, better than everyone? No, but for a show like this, he is a fantastic villain and I really enjoy him. His origin and tragic backstory are hilarious, but they also explain his motives, and I really appreciate that. He's a great character, one of the best on the show, and his scenes with Perry are always my favorite. I'm going to give Dr. Doof an 8. You know what? 8.5. He's really cool.
Oh, hello. You must be here about the ad, right? Well, come on in.
Thank you so much for watching Villain Review, and let me know what you think of Dr. Doof in the comments. I review a new villain every single Monday, so please subscribe. You don't want to miss any of them. They're all pretty alright. I don't know. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you next time.
Perry the Platypus Plumber? Perry the Platypus!